Hey, peace and light. It's Akusha Kakweenan, and I'm coming from the west side of Africa, Ghana to be exact. Right now, my location is in Bowie, CP, and it's in the greater Accra area. It's a very nice location. I would say a city suburb, but it's close to almost everything. You can get everywhere, get to every place, maybe. Ooh, 20 to 30 minutes, but of course it depends on the location. So here's a street view of where I am, and then in the back you can see, like, back here is a hill dotted with like houses and everything. This is my little dirt road where I stay at. My first video, I actually did want it to be about my repatriation story, and how I came about coming to Ghana, but really didn't happen. I'm gonna step inside now because I'm all outside in the open. But uh, right now, I think it's something urgent that I need to say. So instead of having my repatriation story as far as it being the very first video, no, I want to discuss something, and it's going to be very, very short because it's short and to the point. This is about Art Kathy. We were friends on Facebook. I don't know what happened. I guess she deleted me. Who knows? But anyway, it's about everyone's opinion about what she's doing and how she's doing it. My only thing that I have to say is that, number one, you're a guest. Whenever you come to Ghana and you come in on a visa, you're not Ghana, but anywhere in Africa or anywhere you decide to lay your roots, you are a visitor. Okay, at any time, your visa can be denied when you go to renew it. There are very specific ways that you can go to a country and you want to help them without being um, combative or demeaning to that culture. That's one thing you never want to do, okay? Um, Number one, if you come to a country, you can't speak the language, you don't understand the culture, you don't know the traditions, and you don't respect the people as a whole or the people, period, you're going to find yourself in a very sticky situation. You see what I'm saying? It took me like 15 or 16 months to do this first YouTube video because when I touched ground, I didn't know anything. So how could I make a video of things I don't know? I can go visit apartments and I can tell you, oh, this apartment is this. This is what life is like this. But you really don't know if you haven't been in the country for so long. And the route that I took was I was going to be with the natives. I want to be with the people. I want to be with the people of Ghana. And by me doing so, I learned the culture. I'm learning Tree and I'm learning Ga. Okay? It's slow going, but I'm still learning it regardless. I've learned so many simple things that will introduce you to the level of communication with the people in Ghana. Now, this is for any place that you go. Okay, if you don't have the common sense to say, hey, let me get to know the culture, let me get to know the history, let me get to know the traditions of these people before I go in and attack or go in and try to fix things, then you're not thinking, you're not using your head. You know what I'm saying? Your visa can be revoked at any time. Whatever that country says, if they don't agree with what you're doing, or if you're insulting the people, or you're bringing bad light upon something, we're not even talking about sexual predators. We're not talking about none of that. We already know that it exists. It exists heavily in the United States. So you can fight the United States and those people there where you were, which you did not, because it's heavy in the United States. But you didn't, but you came here to fight, and I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And I don't overstand. But the video, like I said, it's just about knowing your place and knowing what to do in order to reach the people. If you want to reach the people and you want to make a difference, then you get with the people and you try to understand. Now we have brother and sister Mansoure, and they are in Sierra Leone. This brother, this sister went to Sierra Leone, and they went just as themselves. You see what I'm saying? He became the chief in where he is, which means being a chief in where you are, you have the power, you have the responsibility, and you have avenues in order to bring change within that country, within that village that you are. He didn't become chief by himself. The people appointed him by the good works that he was doing. When you get in that lane of being amongst the people and learning and doing good in that community, they will bestow upon you a title. You can accept it or you don't have to accept it. But one of the ways to get in is to do good things for the community. You know what I'm saying? Not coming in and trying to demean and destroy. You see, there's certain ways and certain things that you have to do or you need to do in order to make changes. But see, if you're brand new and you're on a continent, you don't know these things. And if you ignore the advice, or if you don't want to connect with those in the diaspora in your community or whatever country you are in the continent, you won't know these things because your ego might be too big, or you might think you know so much that it blinds you of what your capabilities can be. I see many, many, many things on her, like, what would you call it? I would say her resume as being a healer, an educator. I don't see that. If you're a healer, you're educated, and you know what to do. You know how not to do it. You know the approaches to make. You know what avenues to take. You know if you're a professional and if you're true to who you are and know the situations of the colonialism in these countries, you know exactly what not to do. I'm not down on anybody, but I'm just letting you know that when you come to a country, man, you come in as a visitor. You don't have a citizenship. You have none of that. Someone someone allowed you into their country and said, "Yes, we trust you enough to say that you're going to build and you're going to create, or you're going to bring something to our community." And then you turn around and you don't do that. You demean the people. Your visa can be stamped denied. Back to the USA you go. Or you can try yourself at another location in the continent. But you got to be very mindful that you are a visitor until you make those steps in order to become a citizen. You can be a queen mother, or you can be a chief, and they will appoint you. But it depends on how you approach a situation. I'm in Ghana. I have my own point of view. I have my own anger about different things. But you know what? I'm learning. I'm absorbing the culture, the traditions, everything. Because at the end of these 2 years, it's like 16 months now. At the end of these 2 years, I will have enough information, enough um, building with the people here, and the people are my people. So, and I also want to give a shout out to Sotum, uh, the Ga tribe. So those are my people. They adopted me. You see what I'm saying? When you're adopted into a tribe and you start learning and you start building, there's so much that you can bring positive Positivity. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that you can bring. If there's a concern, which I have concerns, I can bring it to them. And then we can sit down and we can build with chiefs, with queen mothers. You see what I'm saying? With people who are influential, who say, oh, I never realized this, or I don't know this. But you just can't come in and just take a bulldozer and start just tearing down shit because you don't like it. There's a lot of things I don't like where I am. But I'm not going to bulldoze it down because I got to learn where it's coming from and what's going on. There's an opportunity here in the continent, on the continent, to work with the government, to work with the chiefs, to work with the people, the women, the mothers, the families, the children, anybody who is being abused or anybody who is having a problem. There's an opportunity to build like customer service training so that people know how to deal with you, deal with people who are um, trying to buy or whoever trying to do business with you. It's not an issue, it's an opportunity. An opportunity means that you have an opportunity to change things for the better without letting your ego or without letting all the negativity that you see get in your way. Because once you see something that you hate, you're going to focus on it instead of focus on, oh, instead of this shit is fucked up. You can say, I see that problem. How am I going to go about it to fix it without degrading the people, without making a spectacle of myself, without endangering myself in a different country that I know I can't even speak the language? I don't even know how to speak the language. Anyway, peace out. This is my first video. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's coming to the continent, just have your open mind and know that you need to go about things the right way. You just can't come and bulldoze shit over because it's not going to work. You're a visitor in a country where you applied for a visa and they granted it and they granted you access to their country. It can be taken back at any time. No hate, just love and telling the truth. Peace and light. Akushika Queenan, coming from the west side of Africa, Ghana.